Daily Broadside, day 323. Legal pads should all be yellow, okay? Anybody that's making a pink or white or anything else like that, anybody that buys, sells, propagates, produces, manufactures, whatever, they should be brought up on war crimes, okay? Yellow only. And do you know how hot you would have to get the fire to throw my kids into before I would wear a NASCAR jacket with all that just crap all over it, sleeves and all these crazy colors and stuff? Those things are hideous, okay? You might as well be they might as well just wrap you in whatever's on the damn car. It's horrible looking, horrible. And nobody should be wearing that voluntarily or under duress, whichever comes first, And I cannot stand John Travolta when he's playing some menacing character where he's the bad guy and all, whether it's Pulp Fiction or Face Off or, God, I can't even think of it anymore. Just when he's the bad guy, he's just such a tool bag, right? A doorknob, all right? Anybody that thinks that he would be able to fight his way out of a wet paper bag is so mistaken. These dang, you got to be like a badass before you become an actor, before we believe anything about your physical prowess, okay? A Chuck Norris, Dolph Lundgren, he had some training. When those people fight in movies, okay, it's acting, but in real life, he could probably hold his own. John Travolta does not give that, all right? Anybody that's in like urban cowboy dancing their way through the 70s and all that goofy, crap, that's not a fighter, okay? That'll never be a fighter. But anyway, the movie Splash, all right? 1986-ish, 7, whatever it was, maybe even earlier than that, 84, I don't know. Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah, Eugene Levy, John Candy. A great little movie, but there's a few things that I don't understand about it. So when he's like 10, 11 years old, he falls off the boat with his family. He meets this little girl who's a mermaid that's roughly the same age as him. And somehow he can magically breathe underwater. Okay, cool. We've got some mysticism going on here. There's like some, otherworldly things going on that mermaids, apparently, if they like you or you're hanging out with them, you can breathe underwater just like them and be a fish. Okay, so then 20, 30 years later, he's now got a very, probably a pretty raging wholesale produce company that he owns in New York. It probably does really well, right? And, the girl shows up, and finds him, and all this crap kicks off, right? So a few things about the mermaid. First of all, they didn't really show the mermaid enough. She's only in that suit like a few times. It's kind of weird if you think about it. It's a mermaid movie, and she's only in it like in the bathtub and like at the end or something, right? But apparently, when they were filming it, just little known fact, she was able to swim so fast that the camera crew couldn't even keep up with her, which is kind of cool. But anyway, when at the end, he makes the decision, kind of like a Cocoon ending, right? If you leave with me now, you can never come back on land. I'd have been like, bitch, why'd you get to come back on land? Why can't I come back on land? And am I going to develop fins or whatever that lower body fish suit part is? Or am I just going to be hanging out with a bunch of mermaids and I'm going to have bipedal legs? I'm just going to have to walk on the bottom of the ocean even though I can breathe. It doesn't make any sense on why he can't return. I don't get that. And like I said, he left a pretty good, business, I'm sure. Walked away from his brother and whatever else life had for him. He didn't even have a chance to have kids or family, nothing. He just goes off swimming with his fish girl, right? It makes no sense. I'd be like, how about this? How about since you're allowed to come back on land and I'm not, how about you come visit me? Maybe we start dating. You live in the ocean. I live in my apartment, right? And speaking of apartments, I don't like the fact that she went and got that damn fountain and put it in his apartment. Let's ignore the fact that there's no way that thing doesn't weigh at least 5,000 pounds. I mean, it's solid concrete, and I want to say the statue was some kind of like bronze or something. But at any rate, let's take the statue off of it, just the base of it, right? It would have fallen right through the floor of his apartment and crushed everybody underneath it. But more importantly, how the hell do you get that damn thing in the damn door? You don't reassemble concrete. It doesn't make any sense. You can take the jam off, still not going to fit. You have a hard enough time getting a bathtub into a bathroom in a remodel, much less a damn fountain into your apartment. And I'm going to tell you what, yeah, I might have liked the fountain, but I damn sure don't want it in my living room. Get this shit out of my apartment. Where the hell's my couch going to go? And where is my couch? Why did you move it? These are the problems that plague me when I watch goofy movies. Could have been, all I got to do is sew up a couple loose ends and much better movie. Nevertheless, I will say that Tom Hanks is so much better, in a bachelor party, bosom buddies type role than he is in serious stuff. He's a funnier guy than he lets on. Get it.